Hi, and welcome back to Tennis Predictions with Ryan. Today, I'll be doing part 2 of my first video. That video will be the link in the description of the Miami Open Women's Tournament. This video will be just the bottom half of the Miami Tournament. And before we start this video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's get right into it. Okay, starting off with this first quarter, we have Bianca Andreescu, Sloane Stephens, Muguruza that kind of lead the way on big names. Again, all the seeds will get a bye into the round of 64. The first match we'll have is Yaroslava Shvedova versus the qualifier, and I'm going to take a qualifier. Shvedova has been entering into large tournaments using her protected ranking, but I don't think she's won a match since she's returned. I think she's gonna continue that streak and lose to a qualifier. Next, we have Sloane Stephens against a qualifier. Never count Sloane Stephens out. She lost first round to Kukova, straight sets in Monterey as the 1 seed, but she's a Grand Slam champion. She knows how to make a comeback, so I'm gonna take Sloane Stephens in 3 sets. Kalinskaya versus Baggoo. Baggoo straight sets. And then Peterson versus Wang Xinyu. We will have Peterson as well in 3 close sets, though. Into the round of 64, we have Andreescu versus the qualifier. I'm going to go Andreescu easily. And then Anisimova versus Stephens. And I'm going to go Anisimova in 2 close sets, though. Martic versus Baggoo. I think it's going to be Baggoo. Baggoo in 3 sets. Pretty loose sets, though, I think. But I feel like she's been playing pretty well, making some getting a couple wins out of tournament before falling to the number 1 seed or whatever. So I think Baggoo should be able to beat Martic. Peterson versus Muguruza. I'm going to go Muguruza straight sets. Muguruza's been on fire this year. Andreescu, Anisimova, Andreescu, and then Muguruza, Baggoo, Muguruza. Both of those matches will be done in straight sets. And yeah, let's get on to the next quarter. In this next quarter, we have Jennifer Brady, Rybakina, Jabeur, and Kenin as the 4 seeds. Pera, Sorribes Tormo, pretty good match there. But I'm going to go Sorribes Tormo. Sorribes Tormo did win her first career title in Guadalajara. And so I think she's going to keep her winning streak going. She made it to the semifinals as well in Monterey before she lost to the eventual champion, Leylah Fernandez. So I'm going to take her in 3 sets. The next match, you have Knappy versus Davis. Both these players are well-known, made some pretty nice runs, some upsets in Grand Slams. But I'm going to take Knappy here in straight sets to face Elena Rybakina in the second round. Teichmann, Badosa. Wow, that's going to be a pretty good match. Those are some of the two most underrated players out of the top 50. Or I don't know if I think Teichmann's right there, but Badosa's a little lower. But regardless, I think these 2 players are some people who have a good potential, have big potential to become something great. But anyway, I'm gonna take Teichmann in straight sets. Teichmann's been playing pretty well, and I think she'll take Jabeur on in the second round. Pekovic versus Zhang Shuai. Both of these players are older. I feel like they've been a bit washed out. But I think Pekovic will take the match in 3 sets. Next, you have Brady versus Sorribes Tormo to start the round of 64 in this quarter. And I think Brady's coming off of a Grand Slam final. Brady's exceptionally good on hard courts. And then Knappy Rybakina, I'm going to take Rybakina. Jabeur Teichmann, let's go Jabeur. Jabeur is pretty strong on hard courts. And then Pekovic, Kenin Shev, easily straight sets. Yeah, sorry. I zoned out there. Zhang Sai versus Fiona Ferro, straight sets. And then a qualifier versus Storm Sanders. We're going to go with qualifier. Storm Sanders is a bit still not at her top where she could be, where I think qualifiers who have some momentum, obviously for beating people, should be able to beat Sanders. And then Sakari will play the winner of Pleskova Rus, and Pleskova will win it in straight sets. Pleskova has had a decently good past couple weeks. I mean, she played at the Mexico series with Guadalajara and Monterrey, but she didn't do amazing, but she didn't do dreadful. So I think she'll be able to beat Rus. And then Georgie versus the qualifier, Georgie straight sets. Pleskova versus Faro. I'm gonna go Pleskova straight sets, close sets, but Pleskova will be able to beat her. And then Pegula versus qualifier, Pegula. Sakari Pleskova, Sakari, and then Georgie Burtons. Burtons, like Vinci, I mentioned that last video. Again, link will be in the description. Burtons is still recovering from her Achilles injury, and she hasn't won many matches back. I don't think she's won any, but regardless, I think she will lose to Georgie. Georgie's not the most consistent player, but I think she'll be able to beat Burtons. Next, we have this final quarter here with Mertens, Osaka, Putinzava, Kontaveit. And the first match here will be Christina Pleskova versus Katie Boulter. I think Katie Boulter will be able to win in straight sets. And then Sersteya versus Katrina Scott. There is a world where Katrina Scott becomes like a Robin Montgomery. Where I picked Robin Montgomery to beat Konta and Magda Linette and make it to the round 32. There is a world where that happens, but I think Sersteya will be able to hold her off and face Kontaveit in the next round. Watson versus qualifier. I'm going to take Watson straight sets. And then Potapova versus Tomljanovic. I'm going to take Potapova as well. Mertens versus Boulter. Boulter's pretty competitive. She's been playing pretty well of late, but Mertens is kind of just very hard to beat on hard. And then Sersteya, Kontaveit. I'm going to go Kontaveit there as well. Straight sets for Kontaveit. Putinzava versus Watson. Let's go Putinzava. No, not Putinzava. I think Putinzava has a very large chance of winning it, but I'm going to go with the upset where I think Watson will end up being able to win. And then Potapova versus Osaka. Osaka straight sets. I just want to point out that Potapova is young. I think she can totally become a top 10 in the distant future, but I think Potapova is someone to watch out for. So, yeah. Andriescu and Samova. I'm going to take Andriescu. No, I'm sorry. No. Brady Rybakina. I'm going to go Brady. I'm sorry. I don't remember if I did these two matches, but I'm just going to do them again. I'm so sorry if I didn't do them. If I did do them already. Andriescu versus Anisimova. I'm going to go Andriescu, and then Baggoo Muguruza. Both of them will win in straight sets. Brady Rybakina. Let's go. I'm going to take Brady straight sets. And then Kenin Jabeur, close match there, but I think Kenin should win it. Pleskova Pegula. Let's go Pegula. I think Pegula's been beating Pleskova a lot lately, and I think that streak will continue. Sakari Georgie. Like I said, Georgie's not the most consistent, so I'm going to go Sakari. And then Mertens Kontaveit. Mertens is almost impossible to be in hard court when she's playing at her best. Watson Osaka. Osaka straight sets will destroy Heather Watson. Onto the round of 16 here, we have Andriescu Muguruza, the 8th seed versus the 12th seed. I'm going to take Muguruza. Close match, 3 sets, but Muguruza, I think, will win. Brady Kenin, another close match, 2 top Americans, but I'm going to go with Kenin in straight sets. Pegula Sakari, pretty interesting, 2 lower seeds in this tournament, but I'm going to go with Sakari. I think Sakari is pretty strong. She's looking to avenge her first round defeat to the eventual runner-up Krejcikova at Dubai. So I think she'll beat Pegula. And then Mertens Osaka. I'm gonna go Osaka. Osaka is just at another level. As much as I say Mertens is almost impossible to beat on hard court, I think Osaka is just amazingly good right now, and good whenever, but especially right now. In the quarterfinals, I have Muguruza Kenin. I think Muguruza will have no problem beating Kenin. I'm going to go straight sets. And then Sakari Osaka. As Sakari's run will come to an end as Osaka books her spot into the semifinals. Muguruza versus Osaka. Gonna be a close match. Probably one of the most exciting matches here. But I'm gonna take Muguruza over Osaka in a 3-set thriller that leaves both players exhausted and worn out. As you can see here, I'm back to the top half where the champion who I chose to win is blurred out. Again, if you want to see the whole predictions for the top half, the link will be in the description. And I'm going to do the grand reveal of who I think is going to win Miami Open in the WTA tournament. Okay?